Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I'm going to check the newest camera from Runcam, the Runcam Micro Swift 3. This camera is not out yet, but Runcam sent me an early release and hopefully the final version is going to be out soon. In this video I'm going to show you how to use its newest feature, which is controlling the OSD through your flight controller. Then I'm going to mount it on my side window quadcopter and take it outdoors for a test flight. And in the next video, I'm also going to take it outdoors and compare it side by side with the Micro Swift 2, the Foxeer Micro Aero Pro, and the Cadix Turbo Micro S1. Inside the box, we get in this little card that refers it to the user manual download. It's not available yet because the camera is not out yet. In addition, we get in the camera and also the accessories, but you can see that something is missing. Unlike the Runcam Micro Swift 2, we are not getting this OSD control board because you're not going to need one. In addition, we get in the standard accessories, which are the bracket, wires, spacers, and screws. The Micro Swift 3 looks pretty much like the Micro Swift 2, but there is a big difference. Instead of having the grounded OSD connectors on the back, now we have TX and RX connectors that are going to be connected to your flight controller and are going to allow you to change the settings. I'm not sure it's going to be like that in the final version, but you can see that the board of the camera is glued to the lens. I don't really like it from two reasons. First of all, it makes the replacement of the board practically impossible, and in addition, adding a PIG VTX is not as convenient as adding it to the Micro Swift 2 because you will have to glue it on the back, whereas when adding it to the Micro Swift 2 you just have to use these screws and you're going to be good to go. Again, I'm not sure if it's going to be like that in the final version. We're going to wait and see. Besides that, the picture format is not configurable in the OSD, so you can get it only with a 4:3 aspect ratio, and you will have to choose where to get a PAL or an NTSC version. This one is the PAL version and it has a lens of 2.1 millimeters. In terms of dimensions, it has the same dimensions like the Runcam Micro Swift 2, and it's just slightly lighter than the Micro Swift 2. It weighs 5.9 grams, whereas the Micro Swift 2 weighs 5.95 grams. In order to connect the camera controls to your flight controller, first you will have to flash your flight controller to Betaflight 3.3.0 or above. Then you will need to solder the wire that goes from the TX to a free RX port on your board. So for example, the RX6 over here. And similarly, you will need to solder the RX wire to the TX pad, of course, from the same UART, so TX6 and RX6, for example, using this board. Now I'm going to quickly replace this camera with the Runcam Micro Swift 3. Solder the RX and TX wires to the UART ports, and then I'm going to show you how to configure it on Betaflight. So after flashing to Betaflight 3.3, if you haven't done so already, and connecting the TX and the RX, just go to the ports tab and enable under peripherals the Runcam device. Of course, on the UART that you are connected, I used UART2, so I'm using UART2. Just press save and reboot, and now I can show you how configuring the OSD is working. In order to enter the OSD mode, you will have to leave the pitch and roll on neutral position and hold the yaw to the right. Now we can see on the screen remote mode. Holding the yaw to the right acts as the enter button, and in order to navigate, use the pitch and roll stick. So now if we want to change, for example, the data that is going to be displayed on the screen, hold the pitch to the top, and now we can change all the options. In the same manner, we use the OSD controller. So for example, if you want to change the alarm voltage, you can just tilt the roll to the right or to the left. And if you want to press enter, just simply tilt the yaw to the right. Now you can see it's on, now you can see it's off. And I turned off all the settings because I'm getting the OSD data from my flight controller. In order to exit, simply tilt the yaw to the right. And now we can change the settings of the camera by tilting the yaw to the right. And now we can just change the settings if you'd like. These are the pretty much standard settings that are present in the Runcam Micro Swift 2. In order to exit the remote mode, leave the yaw and pitch on neutral settings, tilt the yaw to the left, and now we are back to normal mode. Again, in order to enter the mode, leave the pitch and roll on neutral settings, tilt to the right, and in order to exit it, just tilt it to the left. So as you could see, configuring the OSD is very easy, and I assume that the other FPV cameras manufacturers are going to follow Runcam's footsteps and introduce a similar feature in the future, because many cameras have presets and having the need to connect the OSD controller in order to change them is a hassle, and now everything is made very easy using this feature. So kudos for Runcam for the innovation, and the next thing I'm going to do is to take this camera outdoors and see how it performs on manually built Tomoquad's Sidewinder micro quadcopter. And in the next couple of days, I'm also going to release the side-by-side comparison video. Again, I'm not 100% sure this is the final version, so there might be some changes, and we're going to find out soon. As always, I thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it and you find it useful. If you have any questions about this camera, feel free to ask it in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this video, and consider subscribing to my channel if you're not already subscribed. See you in my next videos, and goodbye.